WASHTech project is trying to achieve increase, investment in wash technologies, by sort of introducing the TAF.
I think overall it's trying to encourage and facilitate innovation in technology for water and sanitation services. It's attempting to do that through getting in place a systematic process for assessing different technologies and helping investors, whether they're public investors or private investors or NGOs, to know better whether those investments are going to be worthwhile.
WASHTech is trying to seek a kind of formal way of technology introduction and assessment in countries, and from the baseline studies I think we realize that it's missing, if I'm not mistaken, in all the 3 countries, that technologies are haphazardly introduced. There are some that are being implemented yet not acceptable, some have not been understood or noticed by the government. So I think WASHTech is trying to do away with that kind of haphazard introduction of technologies.
The real important output is the TAF, the Technology Assessment Framework, which can be used by governments or by NGOs and donors, or maybe even technology developers, to assess technologies to see which technology should be introduced and scaled up and which technology should be put back in the box.
WASHTech project is generally looking at how to bring a focus of the sector to technologies for effective wash delivery, and also by so doing encourage investment into investment in technologies to help the delivery of water, sanitation, and hygiene services within the sector, specifically Ghana.
I would say there are maybe 3 aspects. One is the development of the tools and the testing of the tools. Second is to raise awareness on the key aspects which are needed to introduce technologies, to establish technologies, and to build up a learning environment within the partners and in the sector to follow up these aspects.
It looks at assessing these technologies to see if they are scalable, and to actually ensure that technologies that are introduced have the ability to be scaled up to provide wash access for people.
Vous savez, par le passé, dans nos pays, les technologies d'eau et d'assainissement, on en a connu, mais une introduction vraiment adéquate de ces technologies, tout le monde ne va pas vous répondre par la positive. Donc je pense que WASHTech est un projet qui est très bienvenu dans ce contexte-là, pour permettre aux gouvernants, aux ONG et même aux bailleurs de fonds de pouvoir évaluer la capacité et l'intérêt de cette technologie-là pour les populations avant leur introduction. Donc une introduction vraiment adéquate et intéressante pour tout le monde, et les bénéficiaires et ceux qui apportent cette technologie.
It's trying to achieve a change in technology selection at the village level. I mean, in the past, some donors or some agencies or some politicians or some bureaucrats were really biased on a certain technology from whatever reason, and they applied it, they introduced it, and we have seen from a sustainability perspective, I mean, it's all documented very well, a lot of failures, some good experiences as well, but we would like to really improve that process of technology selection for the better.
WASHTech is about having a more sustainable and result-oriented investment into technologies. It comes from the background that many times huge investments are made into technologies which eventually fail to take to scale. So it's trying to solve the problem of technology is not going to scale, and that is through understanding why they have failed. And let's understand why they have failed, that you can actually address and see that they can go to scale.
For quite some time now, various technologies have been introduced to the country,
some have gone to skill, but without formal way or protocol for assessing them to know how they are really performing in the country. So WASHTech coming up with such a project where we are going to design a framework that will provide us that opportunity to be able to assess these various technologies. I think it's a step in the right direction.
It's all about helping the sector actors, okay, to achieve clear decision about about the technologies, okay, how to select the technology, how to promote it, what are the key criteria, and what's the process of this selection. So this is where WASHTech want to bring about a change.